have a look at Raptor. Now, Raptor is an open source and a freeware application which can be used to study the basics of programming, more importantly, designing of flowcharts. Now, as you can see in the left pane, you have the various flowchart operators like assignment, which can be used to give a value to a variable, call, when you want to call a function or a module, to take input from the user, output to give output, to print something. You have selection, which is used for conditional statements like if else, and you have loop, which is used for while, do while. Now we will make a very simple and a small flowchart, which will be taking the value of n from the user, and we will calculate the sum from 0 to n, and we will print the sum to the user. So what I need is assignment to start with. Before we can make a flowchart, I'll say the application. I'll say this is some flow. The application would be saved with the extension .rap, which means it's a Raptor project. I'll assign the value to a variable I. I'll just set I to 0. That means give the value 0 to I. I need one more, just drag and drop, and that would be 0. Now I need to take the value of n from the user. I need input. This is my input operator. What do you want to input? This would be the message. So enter the value of n, which variable the value should be assigned to, n, and that's okay. Now you see an message, an error. This is because the message, the prompt that you want to give should be a string. Make the message or the prompt inside double quotes, and that's okay. So this is the input. I need to get the value of n from user, and I need to save it in n. Now I need to check. I need to calculate the sum. Before I can do that, I also need to store the sum. So to store the sum, I will have one more assignment operator, sum 0. Now one more feature of Raptor is that I can add comments. So I can say this is the initial value of sum as 0. This will add a comment for this. Why do I need this? And likewise, I can add a comment to all the operators. This is pretty good when you want to explain the flowchart to the students. This makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, so I have the variables, I have the value of n. Now I need the loop to calculate sum. So I will drag and drop. This is my loop. I need to check. My condition is if the value of I and value of n, I need to compare. So what's my condition? So I need to enter the condition on which it will exit. I want to exit if the value of I becomes more or equal to n. N is the variable that you used, so that's my condition. Now if it is more than or equal to n, you exit, but if it is not, I need to increment the value and I need to add. So sum is sum plus I, and I need to increment I. Now after I'm done, I don't want to finish, I want to show the value of sum. So I will output, double click on the operator, and you can say the sum is, it's like Java, you use plus to append. If you want to use print, then uncheck this box. If you want it as print ln, that says you want to give a new line, check it. Now I have the flowchart complete. I want to check if it is working, if the flowchart is okay. Play it. You can see the stack over here, and now it asks you the value, so I will say 5. You can see the flowchart running. How is it working? The value of I becomes 1, 2, the value of sum keeps on changing, the value of n never changes. So this is the watch window which you can explain to your students. It makes it very easy to explain how the loop works. And after this is done, you have a master console which gives you the output. This is the sum that you printed. So my sum is 10. Now that is only one feature of Raptor. Once I have the flowchart, I can use it to generate the code. Right now, Raptor can generate the code in Ada, C++, C#, Java, even VB. So Java can be useful since we teach Java to our students. Thank you very much for listening to the tutorial. If you have any questions, please get back to me. Thank you.